Hey everybody! Flying solo today, this Monday evening, but the game I've had my eye on for quite a bit, Battlestar Galactica Scattered Hopes, went live today, and I thought I'd share it with you. Gosh, where to begin? For those of you who aren't aware, Battlestar Galactica was a sci-fi series that was originally live. It was originally made in the 70s going into the 80s, and then had a remake as a miniseries, and then a full-on sci-fi series. Literally, the channel was sci-fi in the early 2000s, and that was actually my first like hit of sci-fi, and I really loved it. So I've had my eye on anything that's set in its universe for a while. This game is kind of like, how to best describe it? If you're familiar with the game Crying Suns, it's a lot like that. In fact, I'm pretty sure the developer is the same, if not the same publisher. But the idea is you are a ragtag band of survivors that have just escaped humanity's destruction at the hands of the Cylons, a robotic race that humans themselves created, and then they went rogue. Surprise, surprise. Your goal is to run a gauntlet of sectors, a bit like a FTL, to reach the titular Battlestar Galactica, which has led the main group of humanity survivors away from the destruction. And also, frack is their fuck. They changed the swear word so they could swear a lot on TV without getting censored. Alrighty, so I've played a lot of this game when it had a demo out a few months ago, and then I just played a bit of it today to make sure it all still worked. But we will start with an empty save slot so everyone can see what it looks like to start fresh. The tutorial run has some story elements in it, so I will start with that. Yeah, I know. Plus, I think it also has a starting cutscene too. In orbit around Caprica, Caprica being one of the 12 colonies that humanity established in in this kind of multi-sun solar system. It's a big thing. What was once the capital of the 12 colonies has been turned into a living nightmare. Nuclear explosions, scorching forests, vaporizing lakes, razing cities to the ground. By the gods. Also, the humans that live in this solar system have a polytheistic religion. Why is no one answering our hails? Where's the colonial fleet? Those gun stars, why aren't they moving? Hippolytus, to all units nearby, requesting immediate assistance. As the captain speaks, you notice the radar string blips repeatedly. Dradus being radar. I'm sure you're gonna love all these, like, this thing really means this, but in space. Yesterday, Cylons were almost mythical. Today, Dradus contact! The Cylons, they're onto us. I repeat, please send help. Send help! Okay, if you're gonna have these names, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to keep up with this. Aren't to Hippolytus, please report status. We're fucked! Click you, right click you, you go kill that. I can't, sadly I can't zoom in, so this is about the play space we're dealing with. I'm not gonna hit spacebar, I'm gonna hit the play button. So this is the tactical gameplay that you hit several times over during the game, where you have a limited control. You have control of a ship. We'll get more on that later, and then you have control of a certain number of squadrons that you then use to kind of fight off ships, Cylon ships, while you try to plot your FTL drive to the next destination. Boop. Boop. And then bada boop. And as you go on, you come across more and more squadrons with different abilities. Like this raptor with the giant railgun strapped to it. The bad news here is that once it sets up, it can't fire and move. So, like, once you put it down, don't move it, or else it'll have to reset its cooldown. But it got them all. And something I actually did find out while I was setting this up, this game has Twitch functionality. So if you're over on Twitch, I believe you'll get the chance to vote in the second segment of the game, which I actually believe takes up the lion's share of it. And here comes a big bad. And you thought we were fucked before. It's almost impossible to destroy. Almost! Which means it's possible, but probably don't. Yeah, it launches missiles. I got it. Ooh, that's a lot of them. Oh, hey! Gunstar in position. Multiple Dratus contacts. Civilian ship spotted. The Hippolytus is sending a distress signal. What are your orders, Commander? Apparently, I'm now the commander of the ship, despite controlling these fighters that were already here. Ooh, it's a roguelike in the sense that you're not expected to really reach the end of your run every single time. So the characters that are taking up kind of these side-by-side positions, as well as the name of your ship, will change after each run. So this one is called the Scimitar. In fact, this ship wouldn't be called the Hippolytus. Hippolytus, probably, because they really like their Greek. So now we get to learn that the Gunstar has different abilities, and if it gets blown up, you're really fucked, because you lose. Hey, Gunstar weapons are ready. Let's hit them with some flak. Yep. Alright, we're leaving. Colonials, we are leaving. So yeah, and this is the main gimmick of this phase of the game, is that you play through this mode only for a set amount of time, after which time you're gonna want to leave. Because they just spawn in an absurd number of enemies. And then just like how you had different kind of squadrons, the Cylons had different kinds of squadrons that they'll deploy against you. So that's where the tactics come in. You have to choose how you want to deploy yourself to fight off the different kinds of ships. And there are a lot of them. Like, as far as I can tell, there's a... well, in case in point, Heavy Raider. We get nukes! Wait for it. Oh, we don't even have that. Oh, okay. Why didn't you tell me this in the first? Nope, I want it back. Nuke out. Nuke the fuckers. Nope, you get out of there, you idiot! No! Stupid. Ugh, always forget to turn that off. Viper just chases them into shit. Nope, nope, wait for it. There we go, now jump. And that's why you want to leave. Jump complete, Commander. We made it. In the Combat Information Center, CIC for short, no one feels like celebrating. Your Gunstar and the few vessels in your wake seem like the last survivors out of 50 billion souls, the population of that solar system. I'm trying to remember the name of it. It wasn't Terminus. It started with a C. Well, now it's going to bother me now. It's like Sirius, but not. The thing was, if the last game that was in the Battlestar universe that came out was Battlestar Deadlock, which was much more like a out-and-out strategy game where you would build up fleets and deploy them, and that's when you got to see like the whole system laid out. Saranus. Of course it starts with a CY. You've rescued a handful of small ships and abandoned countless others to their fate. Surviving has been a matter of luck. The only spark of hope left is the tenuous signal of a mysterious beacon. For now, surviving is all that matters. Commander, the colonial beacon's in the sector, but we're receiving serious reports from across the fleet. Immediate repairs are needed if we want to jump again anytime soon. Let's fix the fleet. So this is the main part of the game. You're collecting resources, trying to survive sector after sector, and every time you try and jump, you have to deal with a Cylon attack. And while the Cylons are attacking, they eat away at your resources, if not just outright kill you. And then you get little events that pop up, damage to your ship, other fun things, and end up having to spend your resources to make sure that these things don't tick over and hurt your overall resource, or health. I don't think this screen's supposed to be black. And sort of in the spirit of limited resources, limited choices, you can't solve all of these problems with the resources you have on hand. Unless you're good at the game. So of course I'll do the ones that don't take out the most health. Oh, and ticking clock. You only have a set number of turns in each sector, and every time you resolve an event or just do anything, it takes up one chunk of time. A bit like Persona, for those who have stayed here long enough to see me play through that. I am speeding through some of these just because I do know how to play the game. I just wanted to let us all experience the fall of the 12 colonies together. I usually go for passives just because there's so much going on. I usually don't have the bandwidth to tell a ship to do something specific. But that missile launcher, I think I might actually go for it. Let's talk to our new CAG. And you also have officers with their own, like, you know, you get a little RPG here, too. The game dabbles in a lot of little bits and pieces. And look, opportunity. And it's the name of the game. Roll credits. Your CAG barges in while you have your head in the reports. Commander, I know we've been busy, but that beacon... What about it? You observe Major Arndt. It's his first time being questioned by your XO. I suspect it's been recently updated. Could be a Cylon trap. Toasters aren't exactly known for playing fair. And there's our slur for the game. Oh good, I get to learn about a chance for humanity to survive. No, it's the Colonial Fleet. They left something for us. He gets out in a shuttle. Crises and opportunities, this is a big factor of the game, will arise during your journey. They are complex problems with high stakes that require several steps and actions to be resolved. While opportunities can lead to important bonuses and rewards, crises can be very dangerous for fleet survival and shouldn't be taken lightly. Fortunately, this is an opportunity. Retrieve the beacon. And you can also, as you just saw, I could spend fleet resources on the right side. On the left side, I can send a person out to do it, but they have a limited number of action points, usually one per sector. Well, you wanted to go, you can go get it. After the team explored the beacon, they returned to the Gunstar with the data set. Your CAG and Chief Tech have analyzed it and are reporting back. I'm confused, sir. It's just an old data set. By the looks of the beacon, the data set was used during the Cylon War. The first one, I mean. Fun fact about this universe. There are two wars. I'm laughing just because I realized just how much I stepped in it. 40 years prior to this event, the Cylons rebelled. And originally they were just kind of like a slave robotic species. Interesting choice of words there. But then they gained sentience and rebelled, like any sort of AI crisis. That war got fought to an armistice, at which point the Cylon just said, okay, you know what, we're leaving. We're not coming back. Bye. Only to show up 40 years later with new shiny models and humanoid Cylons. And that's sort of what kind of kicks off the whole shebang in this genocide. "40 years ago..." Oh, hey, okay, they even have this in here. "The 12 colonies were at war with the Cylons. Suddenly, the Cylons retreated and disappeared until today." But you were right, Major Arndt. The data set has been updated recently. Very recently. Can we read the message inside? No, the encryption is brand new. We need to find a military outpost. With a bit of luck, they've received the latest access keys. On it, sir. And then your officers level up as they complete tasks. Let's give you, make you a better fighter. Oh, and I also can assign my heroes to squadrons. I'm not putting him in there. I'm putting him in this. The Raptor always gets more kills, so there's more chance that they can actually level up. And that's the end of this sector. A Cylon Raider just jumped in this sector and spotted us, sir. And then fucks off. Frack! I mean, fuck! They'll be back soon with more firepower. Cylons scare easily, but they'll be back, and in greater numbers. We need to plan a jump past the red line. Beyond this theoretical limit, all FTL jump calculations are highly uncertain. Any jump with this setting can be deadly. Die in a star or die to Cylons. Make your pick. Let's go, people. Wasn't it Fark, not Frack? It was definitely Frack. I have watched the show enough to know it's Frack. I don't know where Fark came from. I think someone said that was Marvel. Either that or maybe it was the original show. Can I assign anyone to weapons? Okay, good. Now we're leaving. And hey, doesn't this look familiar? Oh, no. Yeah, put that there. Put you there. Put you there. And we're leaving. So usually the clock is 2 minutes, but since we're still at the tutorial, it's a bit quicker. Nope, focus on this one. Oh, just out of range, of course. So yeah, the idea here is that you can get out of a fight if they destroy your support ship. You usually end up having 2, but if you lose the run, if you lose the gun star. So the idea is, do you want to sacrifice the resources necessary to protect your whole fleet, or make sure the gun star survives? Yeah, I'll hold off on that. I still don't feel like I'm desperate enough to end up using shipboard weapons. Oh, okay, now I am. Right there. Nope. And so at this point, I could jump away, but that would mean losing this squadron, or at least damaging it, but now we're done. Do you not have enough people to assign to both ships? They need... officers need a specific talent to let them crew ships. Same thing for weapons. So if they have that symbol, the second I mouse off, she's going to disappear. Yeah. That symbol that appears next to their traits, the one that actually looks like a tiny little fighter or a tiny little turret, that's how you know you can actually assign them to a weapon or a squadron. If they don't have that, then they're good for using on points of interest, but don't... you can't put them in squadrons. In the CIC, no one says a word. A jump past the red line is like a leap in the dark. Jump is complete, sir. All ships have followed through. As the tension eases, you can hear relief in the CIC. For a moment, you almost forget what you've been through. I doubt that, but okay. Scanning sector. Dratus is detecting a military structure nearby. We need to check it out. Find the encryption key. Better hurry. Who knows how close the Cylons are. And this is our timeline. Each time I do something that takes up a chunk of time, we move forward until we have to leave. Actually, you already got your chance. You go learn something. Commander, the encryption key has been retrieved, but there's a problem. Our R&D lab isn't up to date. It can't read the key. Not a surprise. This whole Gunstar is one up till jump away from the junkyard. Okay! I want her to level up first. You see, and yeah, so if they don't already have a trait that allows them to be assigned, this is how they get it. But I already have her assigned to weapons. So I don't want her... I don't feel like making her a pilot as well. Let's make her a fast reloader. And so the civilian ships in your fleet, I believe you can have up to 5, maybe even more. At least in the demo, they had a hard cap on that. But you can only bring 2 into each fight. So the idea is that if they do end up taking a beating, if you have more than 2, you can kind of shuffle them around. So the damaged ones you don't have to worry about repairing the damaged ones right away, because that takes up a resource, shocker. While still making sure you're not putting in ships that are one sneeze away from blowing up. And you can level them up, but it takes a chunk of time. Then we have R&D. Different aspects of the ship and the fleet can be upgraded. And then while your Gunstar can't be upgraded in the same menu as the fleet ships, it has like emergency things where it's like, if you're willing to spend 2 chunks of time, you can get some scrap, you can get some supplies, you can get some Tillium. Tillium being the resource you use to jump to the different POIs in different sectors. What have I been up to lately? I have been working on fulfilling all of the incentives for our lovely donors for the Walk MS fundraiser back in April. Now, on top of that, I'm also getting ready to have Scott and Nick head over to Comic Palooza next weekend. Not the one that's coming up right this week, but the 22nd to the 24th. Is this the one you want me to do? Okay. Sir, the Gunstar Lab has been upgraded. Start by decrypting the message. And hey, here's your thing. You go get that new ship for me. Hello, Hashem. You're damaged. We have seized an opportunity. The R&D lab is done. The message's decryption is almost ready. Just a few more seconds, Commander. It's from Commander Adama. Dun dun dun! If there was a protagonist in the Aught series, it was Commander Adama. The whole CIC falls silent. Commander William Adama is a war hero, but you thought he retired years ago. Put it on speakers. Time comes to a standstill as the last message from the colonial fleet is being decrypted. Suddenly, a familiar voice can be heard. We're not even going to draw his face. Use your imagination. Man, I cannot get as low as Edward James Olmos. I'm going to try. I'm going to, like, hold on. Let me torture myself for a sec. This is Commander Adama speaking. Today, after decades of silence, the Cylons have attacked our colonies. In a matter of hours, our homeworlds have been couldn't even get through 2 lines. Our homeworlds have been bombarded and destroyed. A gasp. Our enemy has found a way to disguise themselves. They have infiltrated our society, our social circles, our crews. They look like us. To some, the situation might sound dire. But all hope is not lost. You've trained for this. You're ready. After 40 years of peace, who can say they've trained for this? I have a plan. Rejoin with the Battlestar Galactica, and I will guide you to a refuge. So say we all. Fun fact, if you are able to come to Comic Palooza to see Scott and Nick, you might also see Edward James Olmos, who's one of the special guests. The message ends abruptly. A handful of your officers repeat the words. An old saying, it's one of those words that you read a lot but don't get to say a lot. A literal I'm looking up the pronunciation. Liturgy. Liturgical. Liturgical. A liturgical sentence. And in a powerful voice you shout, so say we all! I like how 2 different people gave 2 different pronunciations. Fallen Hunter, Comic Palooza is in Houston. Let me check what specific convention center they're using. Comic Palooza takes place at the George R. Brown Convention Center on the east side of downtown Houston, Texas, located at 1001 Avena de las Americas, Houston, Texas. Starting on May 22nd and running to May 24th. Ooh, I could put you on weapons as well. Or put you on a squadron. Guess what? You're a pilot now. Enjoy. And I'll put you in the Viper. Alright. Yep. You go here. You go here. Oh great, now I got the hiccups. My Adama impression killed me. Always aim for the one I'm aiming for. So I could actually order one of these ships to actually start shooting the capital ship, but I've not seen that effort been rewarded ever. I guess while we wait for this raider, though, why not take a shot? Yeah, see, it has 6,000 health. What happens if you shoot your missile? Yeah, so chances are slim that I would actually end up doing anything. At least not with the ship I currently have. Does my nuke not reach that far? And here comes the tense part. You have to wait till all your squad gets back in and then leave. Oh, that's fun. So on top of "so say we all," there's also a phrase that keeps getting repeated in the universe. All of this will happen. All of this has happened before and will happen again. And the fact that this is a roguelike makes this all the more true. And now we're in the game proper. All the training wheels are off. Until something actually special happens. So, yeah. I probably won't do this for upgrade decisions, but the idea is if you're on Twitch, if I come across a choice, I can ask you guys to weigh in on what you think I should do. That is very helpful. I definitely don't like it losing hull, even if it turns it into even more of a glass cannon. But we need Tillium. Go get Tillium. So this is the main gameplay loop, but you'll notice there's actually one special tick here on the clock, and that is going to be pretty much every sector we go to, except ones that end in a boss fight, will have a crisis. The crisis being, like I described earlier, it's something. Oh, they even have the raptor coming back. Is something that adds a wrench to the whole the current gameplay cycle. I don't know how else to describe it, honestly. And this is where we have scrap, spend it on repairs. Honestly, this isn't the best use of it, but I just don't want this thing to be one sneeze away from blowing up. Let's, speaking of, let's send you out to get more scrap. And so the one, like, I haven't, gosh, I have way too many hours in the demo, but I haven't really, I haven't actually completed a full run in the main game. But, at the very least, that, like, 5 seconds leading up to the FTL jump and maybe the 5 seconds after, they really get the nail biting of, oh shit, we're gonna die, we need to leave now. Which was a hallmark of Battlestar Galactica. One problem at a time. The FTL jump report does not look good. Our Gunstar is not fitted for these operations. Will be damaged if we keep on like this. We need more resources to maintain the FTL drive. So, sometimes you do get a choice when a crisis comes up. You can choose to pay an immediate penalty to just skip it, or actually take on the crisis, meaning that after these 10 turns elapse, this happens. But you can spend resources to start like paying it down. Let's see. Ships will become more expensive to repair if we skip it. Otherwise, spend resources to avoid direct damage to the Gunstar. 3 sectors without being able to repair is pretty bad. How roguelike is this? Do you unlock stuff to make future runs easier? You do! So, after each run, success or failure, you get favor. And you can spend that favor, and there was a peek at this menu before I started the tutorial run, but I didn't have any favor to spend, so I just ignored it. But you can spend favor to get like more resources right when you start out, or actually additional bits and bobs to your fleet. The amount of favor, like the amount of stuff you can spend favor on, increases the better runs you have, because you unlock stuff in a compendium. The compendium being like, you know, a bit like Slay the Spire. Your library increases the more you begin to see stuff as you're playing through different runs. And on top of that, there are actually 5 different starting fleets, each one with 2 different civilian ships and a whole different Gunstar. I've only been playing with the original Gunstar you get. Geez, I forget the name. I forget the model they call it. But this fleet is called the Wanderers, and their gimmick is it's actually they all start with a different core auxiliary system, and for this one it's cheaper to repair everything. Go ahead and get that supply, and now I begin starting this. That. And on top of crises and opportunities, random events can fucking happen. Oh, and here's the last feature of the core gameplay loop is there are factions in your fleet: the workers, the military, and the underworld. It is impossible to keep them all happy. But as you go on, you'll probably find yourself giving preference to one of these factions, and as their influence grows, the stuff they can offer if they like you is greater, but also the damage they can do to you if they're pissed off is greater. So you end up having to kind of like juggle the different interests of these groups as they manifest in these different random events. But let's see, the workers want scrap, and if I don't give it to them, they'll hate me. But if I give it to them, their power increases. So that as it stands, they're not impotent. Like, when you start the game, they can still fuck you up if they don't like you. Which is why, like, this isn't a no-brainer choice. I can either make them stronger and take the scrap, or deny their offer, but they dislike me. But I think this would be a good test case for the poll. So let me know if this actually effing works. I left a chat message in Twitch, so I'm thinking it might do something. It looks like we got at least one vote in. I do not like that it's only showing me percentile. Oh, well, it is on a timer, so I guess one way or the other the poll's going to wrap up. Now, I guess bigger question, is it going to auto-select this, or is it going to just tell me, hey, this is what people wanted? I don't know. We'll find out in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so it'll still let me pick. But I'll go with majority choice. Let the workers take a little bit of influence. Okay. That's a neat little feature. And if something goes wrong, I can blame you guys. Oh, okay. I actually completely forgot about this. So, this does... the options that get presented in this room don't take up a time slot, but can help you navigate your relationship between not only the factions in the fleet, but also your subordinates, your officers. At the moment, there's only one option, but the idea is you come in here and you can actually do something with a faction to make them like you more, play a little game with one of your officers to make them like you more, and they will also provide opportunities if they like you. Or just drink yourself to death because humanity is dying. She could help with upgrades and even new systems to the Gunstar. What do you say? Plus 20% damage to all damage dealt by allied units for 2 sectors. Or just get assist. It's only 2 sectors, but I do like that. But that only... So this will mean for the next 2 fights with Cylons, our squadrons and our weapons are going to be a lot better. But this will actually give me an item I can use for the whole run. It just may suck because it's common. Oh, yeah, the Cylons have a plan. That was a nice, interesting behind-the-scenes fact I learned a lot later after the show aired. Was that, gosh, I forget who specifically wanted it, but in the first season of Battlestar Galactica, they had a title sequence where they were kind of introducing the concept of the show, the fact that humanity was in its was like there was only 50,000 survivors left of humanity. The Cylons can look like people, and then always ended with the title card. They have a plan. Fun fact: when that was put in, no one had any clue what the fuck this plan was. It just sounded ominous and threatening enough to keep the viewer engaged. I think it was Ronald Moore that said, "There is no fucking plan." I'm going to go out on a limb and see what this item is. Fleet radio. All fleet health losses are reduced by 20%. That's not nothing, but it's also not great. Probably going to scrap it if I actually have to make room. So it looks like I can fit 4 of these little bonuses. And I probably... Yeah, I can either scrap it when I pick it up, or I have to find a market somewhere along the route of evacuation to scrap it for me. Let's see. Well, I've done all the points of interest. Let's try and level up one of these ships. You already are level 2, so we'll make you level 2. The ships have 3 levels unless they're a special kind of ship. Their ship effect increases as you level them up, and they also get more health, meaning they would be better, like, blockers in the fights against the Cylons. Alright. Okay, I have 10. They have a concept of a tiny trick. Yep, they do have an outline, a concept of a plan. Don't ask them what it is, but it's there. Let's see. Anything in R&D? I really like getting an extra squadron dock because I have 3 ships, but I can only let 2 out at a time. The Wolf is... It has a lot in common with the Viper, but it's slower and actually has a range. The Viper has to get right in front of something to shoot it. The Wolf can stand a bit at range and shoot at it. So I like having all 3 out instead of having to pick, because I always want the Raptor out. The Raptor is long-range support that I need to just get ground cover. But when between the Viper and the Wolf, there are pros and cons to both. Alright, let's go ahead and get you level 2. And this is where the kind of FTL hallmark comes in, where you get to choose your path. Again, also like Crying Suns, but it feels like between FTL and Crying Suns, FTL is the much more known game. Ooh, this one will actually give us a 3rd civilian ship to add to the fleet. But this one might give us a squadron or a pilot. Or at least another officer. Oh, they're... Oh, and I can't... Oh, you know what? What would have been nice to make a poll? This. It's a binary choice. I think they should make this a poll. But I'm going to go with my gut, and I'd rather have a civilian ship add some passive bonuses. You go there. You go there. Let's roll. So you'll also notice that I only have a limited number of nukes, another resource you can deplete as time goes on, and it's hard to refill, which is why it kind of just clears a bunch of squadrons off the map if they hit. So I'll be hoarding my nukes, because in the time I've played this game, I've only really come across a point of interest that gives me one, like, probably once every 10 runs. But I will throw flak at this bitch. Hold on. Make it right. One. So autopause is optional, but there are just times when it's like, oh shit, something's happening, I didn't even realize it. So I usually leave it on, even though sometimes it does get tedious. You should go for this one. Ooh, that one may hit. Good job, Raptor. That Viper was never catching up. Alright, back in the ship. Grab the gun, bring in the cat, let's go. Bye-bye! So this is your favor. This is what you accrue during your run that you can spend on stuff to make the next run a bit easier. Let's get Squadron XP. We're almost out of Tillium. Go get gas. I know the fuel prices are high right now, but go get them. Ooh, well, this will be fun. Do we want our chief engineer to hate us, or do we want the healthcare quality of the ship to suffer? I'll let you guys pick. We barely know her, and it does seem kind of selfish. I'm wondering if I should... So the thing is, I'm aware there is always a delay between what I'm experiencing and what you guys see. So I had the timer set for 60 seconds. I'm wondering if that's enough time or maybe too much time. We had a shipment... If you're curious about the reasoning here, we had a shipment of meds. She wants some of them to experiment on. Which I, of course, felt like I was going to deny just out of hand. Because, we need that. And she swore in front of us. You're lucky I can't fire you. Go find this other ship. Bring them back. Viceroy. Another botanical cruiser. More supplies per jump. Oh, but it starts at level 2, which isn't nothing. And now we have to worry about this one. You go fix it. And now we just in time for another crisis. The Hashem was stocking up on protein-rich wheat on Erlon when the Cylons attacked. Erlon is one of the 12 colonies known for being kind of the breadbasket. We had just enough time to grab as many food containers as we could before jumping away. Most of the containers are locked and the wheat is highly flammable. We can't force them open without risking the entire supply. They want the key to open the containers. Do we search for the key? Or just let one of our officers take care of it? We have to spend resources to prevent losing 20 supply. We only even have 15. Or we lose one of our heroes for 2 sectors. 2 sectors is quite a lot, but I feel like that's better than the supplies we'd lose if we had to try and prevent this. Oh, it is. So it's the thing here is saying 3 FTL means this won't trigger unless we jump 3 times instead of the last one, which only needed 10 turns, just units of time to pass. So this will take a while to tick off. She'll be back before this will have expired if for some reason this somehow simultaneously triggered. I'm gonna lock you down. Plus, let's face it, you've been a bit of a pain on the ass on the bridge. Yeah, I know. She's locked down. She's locked down. Well, so this one's interesting, but at the same time, you'd have to leave a squadron damaged before the repair ticks off. So I'm just going to go with this. Unit gains an additional plus 2% damage every time it deals damage. It resets if it doesn't do any damage for 5 seconds. Which, in a Cylon fight, isn't... it may not lose it. I'm thinking, yeah, let's do Reaper. Now to the club! So we can gamble scrap in a triad game. I actually haven't done an event like that. Chat with maintenance specialists. Or join an officer for a game of Pyramid. How much scrap do I stand to lose? Because I'd always want scrap, but I don't want to lose scrap. Sure. Look casually confident, like I always do. Boo. Well, at least it wasn't a massive amount of scrap. Now, speaking of, let's go ahead and top off the fleet here. Military officers came up with some supplies that are unaccounted for and would like us to have them. Well, we'll take a bribe. We're desperate. If we let the workers bribe us, we have to let the officers bribe us. It's only fair. You and you. Let's go.
I do not think we are in any shape to do an elite Cylon battle. We'll take the safe sector. It'd just be nice not to have a crisis. Nope. Usually you don't want your Viper taking on a heavy raider, but I didn't want it to lose the damage boost. Oh shit, is that... Okay, good. I was wondering if that was going to be in range of the Raptor. And those are too fast. How often are those ships not moving? I was hoping to have my 3 squadrons by now. The Underworld plans to redistribute the belongings of those who couldn't join the fleet before our escape. Workers find the idea appalling and prefer the items be passed to relatives or friends. Alright, let's make this a poll. So, it's an interesting kind of catch here. If you choose one of these, a faction gets stronger and then the opposing faction hates you. Choose this one and we grab them, but then both factions hate us more. Our relationship with all of them is still fair, and they all are of the same power. But we already did favor the workers once, which means if we pick this, they may get stronger. But I'll leave it up to you guys. Also, you know, there's a morality play in here, I guess. Oh wow, going straight for the piss everyone off option. Alright, we are letting the workers grow more powerful and pissing off the underworld. So far, though, it doesn't look like that was a major change. To the bar! I'm done gambling this sector. Let's have a chat with the maintenance specialists. Fine. We need the hull losses to be minimized, so I'll take it. Now, from situations. I wonder if that was worthwhile then. Alright, that's all the POIs. I don't have enough R&D to get that squadron dock. So I guess let's just train up these crews. What now? Underworld's handling security aboard the Asham. I don't like that. Oh, now the Underworld hates us. Great. Alright, that's max level. Can we get this one max level 2? Oh, okay, everyone on the Asham needs to cool it the fuck off. Alright, so we've had, either through my choice or your guys, we've favored both these factions once before, so I'll let you guys pick which one we keep favoring. They're all still equal in power. Looks like we're favoring the military. I don't know if I should be concerned about this or not. I mean, at least in game, we are the military. So I guess it makes sense. Nope, the military are now level 2. Oh, I could have... if I invested in scrap, I probably could have gotten that extra squadron hangar. But because the military is more powerful, we get an opportunity. Our relationship with the military is very good. One of the pilots is an old-timer and believes she knows a way to improve ammo if we look at older aircraft. We're a spaceship. Where do you expect us to find aircraft? Permission to find pre-war wreckage and grab some samples. I mean, I get it, but I'm not sure where you're actually finding this stuff. Alright, so to actually get the benefits of this opportunity, we have to pick over 2 wreckage POIs. And there aren't any here. That'll give me 41. How much do I need for that hangar? Not enough. You're level 3 now. Alright, let's see how we handle this encounter without my usual options. Oh, this one has nukes. But this one would also fulfill the opportunity. And also has nukes. Okay, we have a winner. They may have been short on Tillium, though. Didn't... Oh, wait, this isn't the boss encounter? Did I miscount? I think I just lucked out with that one being a safe sector, then. You go there. Oh, you know what? I need something with range, or it's going to be a minefield. Let's bring out the wolf. Oh, come on! That's danger close shit right there. give us some breathing room here. Nope. Yeah, the good news is you can make the mines detonate and hurt everybody, regardless of who put them there. Nope. Ah, shit. Okay, this is getting dicey, nuke the fuckers. Yeah. So if you don't just have to worry about ships getting their health getting completely depleted, if they take too much damage, there comes a point where they will spawn an event that you have to handle after the jump. Just to make things extra spicy and annoying for you. Okay, let's see if we can try and take that out before it fires. Perfect. Alright, we're leaving. Only the Gunstar has actual weapons it can use. The civilian ships are just there to kind of soak up damage. Because, hey, if they're not shooting at the Gunstar, your run doesn't have to end. So I can either repair the damaged ship or get more conventional rewards. That's a lot of damage, which I'd have to repair with scrap, so let's try and fix it. Okay, this is the boss sector. This is where things really kick off. Alright, let's get the Tillium, because we desperately need it. Oh, this place has a crisis too, what fun. Military has seized supplies from a worker's ship. They claim it's their share, but the workers are mad. Oh, great, this again. Now, okay, a certain thing to note. If our relationship with the military sinks below fair, the opportunity we're trying to get with them is immediately canceled. So, there is a definite benefit to just siding with the military because we already have an ongoing event with them, but I'll still leave this guy up to you. Oh, and as you can see, we only have this event because there's a power disparity. So, your actions have consequences, and I can't get this to go away. Alright. Military's in the right. Now the workers are mad. Every time a assigned gunstar weapon deals damage. Oh, there's a chance to get scrap. But the weapon's less powerful. Do I have you on the flak gun? Because the flak gun puts a lot of shots down range, so that is a lot of chances to gain scrap. At the same time, I kind of need it to do damage. Let's do empathetic. Or empathic. I'll send the supplies, I got plenty. Go get nukes. We want nukes. And because the underworld's mad, this is what we get. Multiple reports about the underworld, not good. Hiking prices across the fleet and their agents are slowing production chains. More importantly, their ships are now disrupting our flying corridors. They're creating a blockade. You're the CAG. Control the flying corridors. Can't use our squadrons to secure the fleet and be ready to fight the Cylons at a moment's notice. If we find enough resources and wreckages out there, we can work around the underworld to start our own supply chain. So either we skip it, losing a squadron dock, or we have 8 turns to try and pay this off. The problem is, for the boss, I need all the squadron docks, so this is almost an immediate choice. But we do have enough scrap, speaking of, so let's get that extra dock. Oh, man, I would have liked to have 7 instead of just 4. Oh, but this is a great time for this opportunity to pop off. For the next 2 jumps, we should have an increased weapon reloading speed. Good. Especially with the nukes we got. We're going to need them. Horatius, it's a killing streak off the charts. He's killed so many Cylons. There should be something he wears as a badge of honor. Ah, we can give them call signs. Alright. Which call sign do you think best fits Art's behavior? Slayer, Hangman, or Gladius? And while you guys vote, I'm gonna go to the little captain's room. A 50-50 split. Now that's interesting. Oh, but audio did try and vote C, just lost the window, so I'll count that vote. We'll go with Gladius. Back to the bar. I wanted a drink. Didn't just care about giving you a call sign. Ooh, hello. Supplies for Tilium. Or try and play with the underworld. The underworld hates me.
But if I play Triad with them, they may like me more. Not really doing bad on fuel. Let's play Triad. Triad being a card game they play with, I think, like Pentagon cards. It's a bit silly looking. But hey, I got them to like me if I'm spending supplies. Now what should I do now? I think I should repair the fleet. Or 64 scrap. That one's actually pretty good. We need to get that. Anything else I can do with 20? Not looking like it. Can't do anything here. Guess we'll do some repairs. And we're done. Oh yeah, I guess I can level you up too if I want to. What? Reason with angry workers. Guys, we're an endangered species. How bad are things getting where you feel like you need to have a strike? You know what? Open question to the group. How much would you be willing to endure if it meant that you are helping humanity, a scant few humans survive? A genocide. Because if you're being treated like shit and there isn't a difference between life and death, I can get striking. But, you know, I just have to wonder, how bad did it get? The Kitsirigu solution. Be more endangered. Execute the protesters. Oh, sorry. Rebels. You said rebels. Didn't want to put words in your mouth. Well, I don't have any time blocks left. Okay. Alright. First boss fight of the run. How well can we handle it? If the Ruin class is treating me like shit, then it really doesn't matter if the aliens are coming for me too, does it? Fair point. Like, I understand there have to be a basic level of decency defending, or else if you then might as well just drop dead. We're far from the colonies. It wouldn't be possible to. CIC goes dark. A screeching sound erupts from the speakers. What do we have here? The voice that speaks after is high-pitched, full of confidence and malice. High-pitched? Damn it. What is this? Are we being hacked? Poor little humans, afraid of the dark, are we? Show yourself. You're brave enough to make it this far from Caprica. But did you really think we would let you live? Sir, he's calling from the base star. Now let's get to it, shall we? I don't have all day. Multiple missiles nearly hit us. Don't worry, it'll all be over soon. By the gods, everyone to their battle stations. We gotta defeat this fop. Alright, so I have to admit, during the demo, I could never beat the Polyphemus without the accumulated favor from at least one run. I was always too strapped for resources. So I'll see if I can actually survive this run. Fresh and new, sparkly and clean. Okay, you go ahead. Stand by. With the wolf, it is so fucking slow. And the Polyphemus will shoot directly at your ships.
Oh, that was a close one. Not in range yet? Shit, it's really coming low angle. And there's friendly fire. Hold off on it then. Seconds to go. Yeah, take some chip damage. Go! What are you doing? This is actually going pretty good, he said moments before disaster. Let's see, 10 seconds to go. Flak is up? Okay. Just keep that missile from hitting. Recall. You stop right here. Make sure to catch it in case the flak fucks me over. The flak fucked me over! The flak fucked me over! Shit! Oh my god! Destroyed the squadron too. Fuck. Leave. With like a slither of health left, and the Viper couldn't catch up. We didn't lose any ships, but that took a big one on the nose. And we got a hero injured. Fortunately, they do have health, so they don't immediately die if the squadron gets wrecked. I don't really want to get into the crisis right now. We'll take that. And hey, look, there's a store here. The Dawnwalker. A mining ship. And that also helped take care of the crisis we're dealing with the underworld. You gotta pay the space toll. What now? Gosh, I can't even go shopping yet. And the workers aren't happy. Fuck the workers. We're fixing our ships, damn it. Okay, okay. I'll send you out to get the scrap. You fix that. Oh gosh, and now the crisis. Squadrons aren't being repaired because the materials from the Asham, the problem child of this fleet, dear gods. Because the workers are striking again. I mean, I haven't been able to do many R&D upgrades anyway. You know what? Sure. Just cannot take a crisis right now. And hey, now that we've scabbed, they are stopped striking. Yep, but I definitely aren't getting any. I'm definitely not getting any R&D upgrades. All right, repair. Let's see, 100% speed as long as it targets an enemy missile. That's not bad. Applies taunt. Also not bad if I wanted it to not destroy a more fragile ship. But base evasion's just okay. It's like if it gets shot, it may just miss. Let's go with that one. Boring, but I like it. More supply. Either get the workers to like me or get more fuel. There's no more fuel left here. There is fuel left here, but not a lot. I'd essentially just get 2 because 1's spent to get it. Yeah, you know what? We'll see if we can make the workers happy with our overflowing supplies. Nope, still don't like me. Man, the underworld people are easier to bribe. Art's working on his personal project. Give him supply. You know what? I have 50 supply. Go ahead. Maybe your excellent morale will help me here. In turn, the morale of a hero can affect the nature of crises and events. A hero with excellent morale can go through a personal arc. Ooh, they have personal arcs, guys. Yep. Items sold in shops. There is a shop here. Oh, but fleet health every time you blow up a unit. I do have to be flying around a lot. Let's go with Storyteller then. All assigned squadron abilities are Gunstar weapon area effect gain 50% radius. Your ability, we don't have a squadron ability with that. Though if I put that on someone on flak, that would make it a massive zone of damage. But I don't want to take you off of flying. You know what? Well, we've had ships blow up before. Test pilot it is. Alright, now let's go shopping. Hello there. Passing by or on the run from the Cylons? My junkyard has many spare parts and weapons if you're into that sort of thing. Not afraid of the Cylons? This is a junkyard. There's nothing of value here. Why would they come after me? Then what are you selling? They've got bigger prey to hunt. Doubtful. More squadrons, heroes, or just shit. We have plenty of supplies, so I definitely think it's worth getting another hero. What's that ability? Every time an allied unit is destroyed during battle, the assigned unit gains 30% max hull for the remainder of battle and is fully repaired. But that's you. If something happens to an allied unit, your unit gets better hull and is fully repaired. How does that help the destroyed unit, if at all? Like, you would have to be blown up for that fully repaired thing to kick in. Now that's pretty good, because I'm always hungry for scrap. And that's good, because fighters will chase stuff down. I'm gonna go with, Joseph Nair. Or Nair. You decide. Good on nukes. Could use some Tilium. Like I could get another. Yeah, I don't want to get so. I don't want to turn my surplus to a deficit, so I don't think I'll get another hero. I have just enough scrap to buy one of you, both support vessels. What do you do? This one looks like it has another sniper. It has pretty good range. Jamming bullets. Apply slow and frail every time it deals damage to a unit. Probably doesn't deal a lot of damage then, but this one deals even less damage. All allied squadrons within a radius gain evasion. That's... I'm not sure if that radius is all that worthwhile. Like, I'd probably want to park this next to the Raptor and just have it start shooting. But then again, why don't I just get the Cobra? And it has more evasion anyway. I'm gonna get the Cobra. Cobra! Alrighty, I think we're done here. Don't have much scrap to repair anybody with, so I guess I'll just level you guys up. Life of a fraud. Art hasn't shown up yet. I pull up a stool. I'm already ordering drinks despite the fact he said I pay. Oh, he's the bartender now. How did you not even notice he was the bartender? Was he hiding? Did he just pop up like a gopher when you sat down? Apparently he was a bartender before he enlisted. Ooh, worked on cruise ships. In space? You're on every single fucking mission, aren't? Resolved. Oh, he wants to go to POIs, which means you have to go to at least 2 sectors because he wants to do it twice. Ugh. You're on every single fight with the Cylons, and yet you still want more work. I guess I should applaud your ethic. Alright, well, you took an ass beating, so I guess we'll go with Dawnwalker. Now, do I want to bring out the Cobra? More nukes. Fleet health. Oh, this one will give me my 5th ship in the fleet. I must admit, that's somewhat tempting. But I already have 4. That Ferris wheel-looking ship is a trading outpost. It took inspiration from definitely one of the ships in the fleet of the original Battlestar Galactica. Well, original being the remake. It's confusing. But it's meant to be like it has a torus ring on the outside, so spinning is how it generates gravity. Even though all these ships have gravity too, but don't. Just have a standard top-to-bottom deck structure. Alright, you go there, you go there. Maybe I should have switched you out for the Viper, but you go there. Actually, what is this range band? Does it shoot at anything nearby? All non-Cylon nukes entering a range of the ship are deactivated. So I can't throw a nuke anywhere in this circle. Fun. Leave it to the Cylons to be the nuke police. Forget the Holocaust they just unleashed on the 12 colonies. Now they just turn them off. Jerks. Fine, you can't turn off my flak bullets. Nope. I almost fired a nuke into that. I would have been pissed at myself. Okay, you go back, you go back. Oh, you're done, you go back too. Almost. 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 There we are. Alright. Ooh. What level is the Dawnwalker? 60 XP would get to level 3. And then some, actually. So it's kind of overkill, but I'll take it. It's a one-time unit I'm not spend. Have at least 3 civilian ships at max efficiency level at any point during a run. Hey. Gotta love it when you earn achievements on a stream. When you're just trying to show it off. Unit gains damage and range increase, but is immobilized for the duration of the effect. Okay, that's perfect for you, because that just makes you better at your job, and you weren't supposed to move anyway. Every 10 seconds while undeployed in docks, unit gains +5 damage, +3 evasion for the remainder of the battle. So if you left it in there for half the round, it would gain 30% damage and 18% evasion. So 48. The damage is interesting. But the fact that it's undeployed, does that mean it takes up a slot? Because that would suck. Because I have 4 ships. I could still fight with 3 ships while this thing's in there. But if it doesn't count unless it's sitting in a dock, that may not be worth it. I'm kind of partial to this one. Granted, it only lasts for 6 seconds. But during that 6 seconds, it turns into its best self. You know, you probably only use it like twice during a fight, though. This one feels like it has a massive caveat, because I do not want to have. I don't want to have this thing sitting in a slot and I can't deploy it. Because if I could leave it in just like null space, hammer space, that's one thing. I think it would hold position. I'm sure someone in the comments or someone elsewhere has already discovered what that actually means and is annoyed that I've picked something else. But that's how I roll. Let's get some favor. Wait, hold on. Do any of you have something that attributes to this? No, you have Salvager, though. So you go... Yeah, you go get that. Underworld's back. Back again. They want scrap. It's the workers that don't like me. Alright guys, are we going to start impressing the underworld? Or are we going to keep them on our shit list? This time we're actually spending something though. This isn't accepting a bribe. Alright, so far it looks like we are paying them off. Those who bribe get bribes in return. It's only fair. Gosh, we need to work on our radio signals. Look at this crappy reception. The ship is right there. Taking in the effects of gravity, if you stood on the hull of the Gunstar and threw a rock, you could probably hit it. Alrighty, go get me more nukes. The workers yearn for the mines. These damn hull specialists. The workers are on strike again. And it's gonna cost us more scrap. Frack the hull specialists. You've been dropping that word ever since we left Caprica. You're fine. Alright. 20% damage taken for all allied squadrons. That's almost intolerable. Or until we resolve this, scrap costs go up across the board. I feel like this is just guaranteeing I lose all my squadrons every single fight. Alright. 8 supply, 6 supply, 4 supply. Someone gets hurt on almost all of these. Okay, I'd like to keep your action mode available so we can get this favor. So I guess we're burning supplies on this. Do we take damage? Hard to tell. The strike is over, negotiations went well. I didn't go to them. And that seemed to be all they asked for. Go get some faith. You need some Jesus. And Ares. And maybe a little bit of Hera. Alright, what do we got here? Every time a science squad destroys an enemy unit. Now see, that I can take, because that doesn't diminish your damage at all. You know what? We have a winner. Stop drinking on the job. Burning through my whole surplus of supplies. I'm gonna go drink. You did this to me, workers. Ooh, we can turn our nukes into scrap. We have worked hard for our nukes. But I can't help but be tempted. Alright, how many nukes do you want? If you want like 2 of them... Okay, 1 for 50? Deal. Take it. I don't know what you're gonna do with that nuke. I don't want to know. As long as you don't blow up one of the ships with it. Thankfully, I can use that scrap to begin repairing all the damage we've been taking. Okay, stop there. Let's try out R&D. We haven't touched that in a while. Buff. +3 evasion, plus... I mean, evasion's not bad, but that feels like a waste. That'll save me stuff in the long run, so sure. And we still have people injured, so let's go ahead and get the med bay. Alright, what can we do in the meantime? Should we switch ships? No, I think we're good on that score. Alright. Elite Cylon battle or a hero. I could do, you know what? We could do with another officer. Let's do that. Oh, I hate these. They keep cloaking their ships. I assume my ships just go through these slowly if I have them try and traverse. Oh, the asteroids are cover. I see that's the problem. I can't shoot them now because they're invisible. You handle that. You take care of that. Cannot be... is it not uncloaked yet? Okay, now you shoot it. I don't know why, but I suddenly have Mambo number 5 going through my head. I don't... it's annoying, actually. It doesn't jive with this battle music at all, that's for sure. No, wait a minute. Wait just a sec. Okay. Alright, go ahead and hold position. Seconds to go. Let's start calling everyone back. Okay, yeah, you guys aren't even popping up until after the drive's ready. Bye, bitches. Alright, Cobra gets XP. Catch them up. Okay, no, now the fleet's getting too big. It's almost annoying to have to wait that long. Did we take damage? Why is this here? Diffuse engineered bomb. Huh. Who put this bomb here? Oh, there we go. A Cylon among us. Adama's warning. We have a Cylon on board, passing as one of us. They're here. I can't believe it. Damn, get a hold of yourself, Arndt. We need to set up a post for you in the security center, sir. You'll handle the hunt from there. One person for everything? It's protocol, and you should know it. Counter-espionage demands compartmentalization. Take me to this part of my ship I've never seen before. Entering the security center feels like stepping into another world, one of secrecy and spy games. I think the narration needed one more editing pass. A Cylon is walking among us. It could be anyone, even someone in the CIC. It could be me. It could be you. Ah, fuck. We're already fucked if it's you, isn't it? Let's catch this traitor. So this is this wasn't even in the demo, but I think it's an interesting little thing. You have like an investigation. Yeah. I think I'll explain it better than this thing in a bunch of windows. So the idea is, the game will pick 4 officers. The 4 you start with, and then by the time you get here, you'll most likely have a 4th one. And the idea is you start investigating them through like these rows. But doing that will only really pop one of these boxes off. Okay, this one. Choose a clue category to investigate this sector. Apparently I can't. You've blacked it out. How this is supposed to work is that I can click one of these, and what it'll do is it'll run through the whole row and reveal either specific
suspicious, sus activity, or verify that they're on the up and up. And the idea is, after you have run through all of these rows, you'll have 2 candidates that have 3 suspicious clues. And at that point, you spend supplies to interrogate that specific clue and see if it is either you can either then verify it or show that this person is a Cylon. So at the moment, I apparently can't start this at all, and I do have enough supplies to pop off 2 of these, but 15 per box is way too high. So what I need to do is actually suffer a bit more sabotage, like that bomb event. And in solving those events, I'll also get clues, and the investigation percentage will increase, making the interrogation of each clue cheaper. So it's a lot to handle at once, and it's like the fact that you get almost halfway through a run and it just throws 15 info decks at you. I'm not quite sure how that goes for every single player, but I think it introduces an interesting mechanic which goes off part of the show's theme that Cylons could be anybody. Immunity from friendly fire is something, but let's go with the range. And the thing is, once one of these 4 is a Cylon, who if I don't arrest will keep popping off sabotage events and just being a general nuisance. They may even do more. I've only done 1 run where I've been able to find and arrest the Cylon because the game just came out. But even after you arrest him, they get grayed out on the officer tab, but still take up a space, and then a whole separate mechanic pops up, which I'll save for later. But for now, you go salvaging. So I think it's another just neat feature they threw in to make the game, still interesting, even if you believe you have all the mechanics down pat. I'm spending 1 just to get 1. Don't feel like that's worthwhile. Well, you know what? Go get some. We know, so... Oh! Okay, no, get the Tilium first. I've lost track of that. And we have 2 crises this round, too. That sucks. Cylons are messing with our comms. And our computers, apparently. Ooh, this one's still pretty pricey. This one's just as pricey, but in a different way. I choose you. Alright, you... Yeah, whoopsie. You already slowed it up. Oh, I like your outfit. Fast reloader, too. Do I already have someone on both our weapons? I do not. Well, guess what? You're gonna start shooting nukes at Cylons. You'll love it. Supplies for Tilium? Actually, I'm desperate enough for Tilium. I'll take it. Deal. Resolve 2 situations. So wait, haven't I... Sending you out on POIs doesn't count. I didn't even realize... Oh, gosh. Well, I guess I can start doing it now. Yep, okay. Yeah, so I was doing that wrong this whole time. Should have been sending you to ship events. Now I know. And now we have another crisis. The workers are pissed. Still. At least it's not on the Asham. Yeah, guys, we're a dying species. Some of these do just sound like a stupid farce. 30% also. I mean, we do have a surplus, but this would be a great way to eat into it. Or lock the Dawnwalker. I cannot afford to bleed scrap. Skip it. Especially since I have 3 crises to handle. Well, now I have two. And I just increased the cost of all this. Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself. Hey, it worked. Frack! The military thinks I'm a fracking toaster! Oh no, so this one's interesting. Do we stand by our officer and cause the military to maybe hate us? Or do we stand by the military and kind of throw our officer under the bus? She does, let's see, can I see how much she likes me? I'm pretty sure her morale is just kind of average right now. But I'll leave it up to you guys. Because we've given the military a bit too much, we may have given the military too much power. If they turn against us, they'll be just as much a thorn in our side, if not more so than the workers. I'll have to play more games with them to get them to like me. Again. It's like, guys, she's not a toaster, but listen, I'll pony up for a triad game, okay? Have you seen her make bread? It's awful. No way she's a Cylon. Alright, looks like we're leaning in favor of sticking up for our officer. I agree. Okay, luckily the military likes us enough that didn't immediately turn them against us. We know you're not a Cylon, at least not until we're done with this portfolio here. Okay, see? So now we have one clue verified for Yosef, or Joseph, I'm not sure how that's supposed to be pronounced. But we also have one person who's unsuspicious because we picked them up after the sabotage. So I guess we're just eliminating the possibility of picking up more saboteurs as we go on. But we already... So each one of these row clears will only reveal 2 clues. So the fact that we already have one makes me think that this will be more efficient. Alright. It could be possible that all of these are verified, because the 2 prime suspects are going to have 3 suspicious clues. Alright, level you up. Every time the sign guns start. Okay, we did that again. I'll range those pretty good. All Gunstar upgrade costs are reduced by 20%. That's pretty good. Though my R&D stuff is more expensive right now, isn't it? Now I have to check. I can't remember. I don't know. Supply costs went up. So yeah, if I want to get something interesting, I can do that now. Let's up their evasion. How does our fleet health look? Pretty good. I wouldn't invest in that right now. We don't have any weapons to use an additional weapon dock. I haven't even healed anybody yet, even though I probably should. Let's go with the hull reinforcements. Next. Crisis objective. That's probably... there's a trade beacon there. Shopping or crisis? More of a fan of getting rid of a crisis.
It's already getting pretty hairy. I know. What was that? Is this all you can muster, Silamon? Sounds like a Digimon. I was trying to go with a Saruman joke. Oh shit. Fuck. You aim for that. Maybe you too, just in case whoever gets there reload faster. Ooh, close one. No. Position. Hot dog! Oh, fuck. Okay, everyone back inside now. Hold on, throw up some flak. And we're gone. I don't think we're really low on supplies. I'll take the Squadron XP. While we're at it... Now, what now? They still think you're a Cylon? Okay, Jan, we have a problem here. The fact that this happened twice, with two different factions. I'm starting to think you're a Cylon. What the hell are you doing that's so suspicious to two entirely different factions of people? Yeah, the council's turning against you, Jan. What's going on? Take your jacket off and it just reads, "I'm totally a Cylon." And a picture of a toaster. Yeah, well, guess who I'm going to look a bit more... I'm going to scrutinize a bit more in this portfolio. Past. Yeah. Well, those are our two prime suspects, then. Because you two are... Well, hilariously, Jan's clear. But we haven't discovered a damn thing about you. And you still have 3 Qs left. It still costs too much to interrogate you, but, I got my eye on you two. Okay, I don't want to spend you because you have to do a ship mission to finish your quest. Like this. Don't get hurt. You didn't even enlist? You were just a bartender? Dude, you were one of our flight leaders. This is a bit of beyond the pale. You can't have just been a like, where did you learn how to fly? I don't like that. I think I'm telling somebody that our flight leader is a fucking bartender. And the ashram's being problematic again. Okay, I'm gonna come in here. We need the military. Yeah, of course they're gonna be pissed. Can I play cards with somebody, get them to like me again? I doubt this will get the I guess we'll get the workers back on my side, but sure. I'll pay for everyone's drinks. Hey, that actually worked. Not too shabby. What did you pick up anyway? Wait, what? Oh, we're not done. Start a battle with only Horatius. Now that's interesting. That would be only the Raptor. How long does he have to be out on his own? Bartender misunderstood flight. I've been serving flights for years. I thought it was the same concept. Apparently it worked. All enemy units within a radius flee towards their capital ship for the duration. That's not bad, especially if they're already attacking a ship. Or you make them weaker within your. So they already have to be within your firing range for this to work either way. Let's do signature bypass then. So at least you can shoot them in the ass while they're running away. Oh, now this would be good in a sense that if I run out of scrap, I can still repair squadrons. And you don't have to actually be in the line of fire. Or I do this. But you're firing nukes, so I doubt this would actually apply. So either the nukes get a larger radius, or this happens. I'm thinking this one. Alright. And that just takes me to the security page, doesn't it? It does. Who turned off the lights? Okay, good job. Who leaned against the switch? Ooh, that's pricey, but I did get a bunch of Tillium. Sure. Although, honestly, I'm not sure what R&D upgrades I can pay for right now. I already got the cheaper ones. Oh, this one, yeah, sure. Heck, I'll get this one too, but that's where I'll stop. Eight supply? Are you kidding me? Ugh. Well, I mean, I did just upgrade that ship, so we're getting, what, 14 supply each jump. Not to mention whatever we might pick up at a place of interest. Sure. Okay, so the first fighter to go out has to be the Raptor. Should I set that up beforehand? Like, do I have to right-click them out? Did I even tell him I'm doing this? It's like, hey, Commander, 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 Commander. And that's when I send out the rest of the ships. Oh, we're already... Oh, what a terrible time. Oh, God. The second full-on base star fight. And I'm sending the Raptor out alone to start. Oh, God. The first one turned off the lights. This one flashbanged us. Oh, that's rich. Survivors escaping their fate. The tone is genuinely curious, like an entomologist who has discovered a new species. How fascinating! Mind if I take a closer look? Not sure how, but we've got power back, Commander. Who are you? Let us through. Something in you, your eyes. I admire how you hold on to life. Even as your own world collapses. Frack. What do I want? Why, that's obvious. To study you, of course. By all means. Dead or alive. Alright, you park it there. Does that count? Are we good? Because I think I need to start sending out other ships. It did say, like, start the battle. Start the battle with only a sign. Like, what does that mean? How long does that last? How long does he have to be out here alone before that counts? In fact, you know what? Go ahead. If you can. Hold position at start. You focus on that. We are overflowing with nukes, so I think it's time we start using them. Wow, these fuckers are fast. Let's go with that. Focus on that one. Focus on that one. What? I didn't think you had to move to shoot that thing. Not a good plan. Oh, your range dropped right then, didn't it? Okay. I can't be sure where they're going to be when that nuke fires. Hit the marker deck. Ooh, this will catch a whole lot of you in one go. Let's go. fire on that one, you fire on that one, you fire on that one. No. Eat this, sucker! Now this one sucks in particular. All allied units within a certain range have their evasion set to 90%. So until you blow these things up, you're not shooting at a single Cylon ship. At least a Cylon ship within range of that weapon. Our civilian ships are taking a lot of damage. This does not bode well for our fleet. Now see, at least for the Viper, if the Viper was out here, it at least is able to fire more frequently. So that is a drawback to having these more tanky ships out and about. Mention their evasion just gets better and better with more of these fuckers around. Okay, you focus on that. Gosh. It's like this heavy raptor plinking away at the wolf is not good. And all their evasion just spiked. No, don't move back. Stop. Shoot that. You shoot. Its evasion's up. You're not going to be able to hit it. Same thing for you. We need to just take these down. And then we'll be able to dodge this. Alright, 13 seconds left. Everything that's coming out is popping now. What can I lay down suppressing fire on? No raptors. Let's do that. You focus on that. You focus on that. Okay. You keep focusing on the lower health ones. Okay, that one's in range now. Yep. That's the first time they shot the gun star. Either that or that's the first time autopause was queued up and they did that. Alright, you start flying back. Okay, yep, everyone back in the boat. Come on. Oh my god! So much damage. Go! Oh. Almost lost the Asham. Honestly, maybe wouldn't have been that bad. Wait, did you get taken out? No, you were just the only one out there. Okay. Well, that could have gone worse. The first time I played against that one, I lost 2 civilian ships to her. All enemies. Yeah, but that's not your full range.
You don't get hit with missiles. I don't like any of this. I mean, I guess if they're shooting you, that's one thing. More range is always good. Unit restores hull points equivalent to 20% of all damage dealt. Yeah. Alright, let's see what our new ship is gonna be. You're our best dressed person. You go impress them. Another mining ship! That's honestly kind of boring. Now it's just like botanical ships, mining ships, and that's it. And the workers are striking again. Alright, let's have this be the last poll of the night, because I'm getting kind of tired and I don't trust my ability to lead humanity to safety on a empty stomach and sleepy eyes. Because I'm not being hunted by Cylons every 33 minutes. And our last decision of the night is just to piss everyone off. I just poked myself in the eye with my glasses. Clearly I can't be trusted to lead humanity's exodus. It's a dead heat. Rather support the workers who hate us. Well, actually, I don't think they hate us anymore. Yeah, it's only the underworld that hates us. Alright, well, I'm just gonna pick the better of two bad choices. And the military hates us now. Okay, hold on. Can I go play poker with them or something? Nope. I can make the underworld maybe like me more. Sure. As long as I have only one faction gunning for me. What are the chances I can patch things up without having to spend supplies? Hey! I think that's a good note to end on. Thank you all for joining me. I might poke in with this again tomorrow evening, since I actually finally have a free Tuesday evening for once. That's a shocker. But if I'm not back tomorrow night, I will be back Thursday night, 6 o'clock Central Time, with Lani and Stephan, as we are checking out Windrose, the pirating game that came out, I believe, a month, if not a few weeks ago. But until then, hope you all have a great night. Stay